but we don't have any confidence in this offense, who's damn near fully healthy with the exception of Landon Dickerson, to come in here and win the game? None? We think just because we lost a corner, we're fucked to the Carson Wentz-led Vikings? Doesn't that tell us all we need to know about the confidence level of the offense?
The quarterback's regressing. Without further ado, my man, Big Z.
What up, Big Sills? How you doing, brother?
Don't seem very happy right now, Junior.
Well, I'm happy as a clam, dude. I can't complain. I mean, it's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day to be alive. The Birds are atop the NFC East, despite the forest fires around us. And here we are, another week, man. Another week. You got to look. They win the next 2 games. They're back on track. 6-2 going into the bye week.
I think it's Green Bay and Detroit, but if you want to
go, those are the bigger litmus tests, absolutely. But you can restore a sense of, finding yourself a little bit in the next 2 games. Obviously, those games after the bye week are much bigger.
Yeah. Okay. So you're going to go into this game against Minnesota getting yourself on track with Adoree Jackson and Keely Ringo and Jalix Hunt and Azeez Ojulari as your edges and corners?
Oh, man. That doesn't sound good to me, so.
It sounds like a practice squad roster to me.
Yeah, it really does. It really does sound like a practice squad. I mean, it's that bad. By the way, I don't want to put out a black pill out there for people to take. But, Zadarius Smith retired this week. And if anybody wants to run through the trades that Howie Roseman has made since he got a beer can to the face, it's not good. All right. I know that the draft looks good with Campbell and Makuba and even Ty getting a little bit more reps now. March 12th, they traded Kenny Pickett for Dorian Thompson-Robinson. He's off the team. March 12th, they also traded C.J. Gardner-Johnson for Kenyon Green. That was an awful trade. June 2nd, they traded Bryce Huff to the 49ers. I get it. It didn't work out, but I think he's up to 3 sacks already there. August 5th, they acquired Jacorian Bennett from the Raiders in exchange for Thomas Booker. He's on IR, never got a starting position, and Thomas Booker's having a good year with the Raiders. August 18th, they traded Harrison Bryant for John Mechie. John Mechie can barely field kicks and has caught, I think, a couple passes. And then August 25th, they traded for Fred Johnson, I actually kind of like the Fred Johnson.
Me too. Yeah, that's good.
So I'm just saying they haven't made any impactful trades. And then if you look at some of the signings, I mean, let's just go back and look at some of the signings. They got them all pulled up here. They signed Saquon Barkley after the Super Bowl. Was that smart?
They didn't need to, but okay.
They didn't need to. Zach Bond, good signing.
Okay.
Good signing there. They signed who else did they sign after that? They signed Cam Jurgens to a 4-year extension in April
very good right now.
After his back surgery. Tank Bigsby, that's right. It's another trade I left out. Sorry about that. They sent 2 draft picks for Tank Bigsby. So we're not trading good. Outside of the signings or the draft picks, Howie's not on his game right now. He's not. So, it's going to be interesting to see what they do here. But if you're going off of any of the recent trades where people thought, me included, where there were going to be contributions, it's not working out. So, again, a lot of people think they're going to go and trade for an edge rusher. John thinks they're going to. They're probably going to because they're so depleted. I'm just not so sure it's going to be a good trade.
No, it's not going to be. It's going to be what John says. It's going to be a Band-Aid trade.
Well, I don't know. I mean, what do you think if they got a guy like a Bradley Chubb?
They're taking a big swing. They would be taking a big swing with that. That's a big swing, or the kid Johnson in New York. That'd be a big swing because that kid Johnson was a high draft pick.
Yeah.
So, I mean.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm just saying it's interesting to look at and say, okay, Howie's going to patch it up with a trade. Howie's not really operating right now at his – look, Howie overall is a great general manager. I think we can all agree to that. He's he's had a lot more good than bad in his career, and has certainly been a major part of building the roster that won us a Super Bowl last year and the roster we have today.
I
He's
think
not
you're
perfect.
going too micro here.
Too micro in what way?
Okay. He is a great GM. But the number one thing that we were saying in the offseason was they mortgaged 25.
Well,
I told you you're going to win another Super Bowl in the next 3 years. It's just not going to be this year.
You think we're going to win another one in the next 3?
Yeah, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Will Jalen Hurts be the quarterback of the team for that?
That I don't know. You're too good as an organization in what you've done and how you do these contracts. Dude, it's still fashionable to come to Philly.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Free agents, it's still
apparently Zadarius Smith didn't think so.
I think that guy did exactly what you said. You know what? These reps are going to start getting higher. He saw the room and he just went like this. Dude, if these guys think I'm going to play 75% of the reps, I don't have that in me right now. I can't do it. I think that had a lot more to do with him physically than anything else with him going out there.
Yeah, it's one thing to play 20 reps a game.
Yeah.
And make an impact. It's another
he
thing
came in wanting to have a victory parade out the door in the NFL. That's what he wanted.
Yeah.
He didn't want to come in here and have the last gasp like a Chris Long. He didn't want to go out like Chris. He wanted to go out like, just being a role player on the team. So speaking of Howie Roseman, he dropped the ball, in your opinion, this offseason so far.
Certainly looks like that right now. I mean, I think he drafted well again. I think Jahad Campbell looks like a great pick. Makuba hasn't shown it yet, but he's a 64th overall pick. I think he's got it. We got to give him some time. I think we got to give him 2-3 years.
Rookies get the pass.
Huh?
Rookies get the pass.
Yeah. So
learning. You've got to go with a learning curve here.
Yeah, I mean, Howie definitely. I mean, he let everybody go on defense, and this is why. I mean, you brought it up already earlier on this show. For all the people who I get it, people are upset about Sills and Jalen and all the offense. So I get it. I've been a part of the talk as well. The offense makes 4 times the money as the defense, 4.5 times the money as the defense. I mean, Sills, ready? 51 Hurts, 32 AJ, 25 Devontae, 10 Dallas Goedert. That's $118 million added up. That's the passing game. That's not talking about the offensive line. That's not including Saquon Barkley. That's not including anybody else. That's the receivers, the tight end, and the quarterback. Huh?
Your 2 tackles are 50 combined.
Right. So I didn't even include them.
Your guard's 20.
I'm not including them because I'm good with that.
Your running back's 20.
Again, I'm good with that because they wanted to be a
running. But overall, it's $200 million.
More than that. It's the highest paid offense in the NFL. That's correct.
The cap is $279.
So my point with it is, though, at what point do we allow or do we expect the offense to carry the weight? I understand it doesn't need I understand the defense isn't great right now. I understand that the team needs more. At what point, though, do we look and say, all right, last year, the defense carried us in a big way. It's not taken away from anybody else. The defense was exceptional. At what point do we look and say, okay, offense, the defense is struggling. The run game is struggling. Everybody's struggling. Special teams is struggling. Put the backpack on and carry the team for a couple weeks. We haven't seen that in 2 years from this offense. We haven't.
Hurts can't. He cannot without a running game and without.
Well, if that's the take, and if you are right now, then the problems we are not winning another Super Bowl in the next 3 years. If you're right.
If Barkley gets back on track, he will.
Yeah, but Barkley needs to get on track with the offensive line, man.
Okay.
And the offensive line, anybody that expects
you're looking for the wrong guy. You're looking to the wrong guy for it to be successful, though. Barkley's the key for you to be successful, not the quarterback.
All right, so the takeaway from you is that we have a quarterback that if he doesn't have an exceptional run game, he can't do anything to lift the offense of the team up.
On a week basis? No.
Well, then we got a problem.
Okay, well, here. You were
You
29th
gotta,
last
look,
year.
if that's
You
what
were
you're
29th
telling me,
last year in passing. You're 29th right now. You mean
yeah,
you're
I get it. I'm not necessarily disputing you, but I do have more belief that Jalen can turn this thing around. I mean, he has earned some sort of
okay? Not with that.
leeway.
Not
I
with
think it's fair to give him.
not that scheme though. No way. The scheme of 22, I'm in. The scheme of 23 and
The scheme of
24,
22 is gone.
first
It's never
four.
coming back.
Okay, well then it's gone. He's
Yeah, but he's
situationally
been
going to be.
confident outside of that.
He's
23 was a much different team than 22 offensively. And he did have that's where he threw for 3,900. That's the
and he had
offense.
20 turnovers.
Well, I mean, you're going to get, you want to pass the ball more, you're going to get more turnovers. 20 is too high, but
If that guy has to pass the football on a consistent basis, you're not winning games. You're not going to win the games that matter, man.
yeah. So, I mean, and again, I love AJ Devontae. I love the offense. I love the way it's built. Why do we pay the receivers again? If you're telling me the only way for the team to thrive is with a running game,
Yes.
which right now looks like you're correct, why do we pay two receivers top dollar? It doesn't make sense. Just go and get a receiver who's good with 600 yards a year and can block, and go get a fullback and go get a blocking tight end, line up in the I formation, and beat teams to death. What the fuck are we doing? Why are we paying AJ and Devontae this?
Some of you may remember this comment, and I asked Zander this a year ago. Zander, do you think that Saquon Barkley has changed the philosophical approach on how they're going to win games moving forward? Sure enough, they have changed their philosophical approach in how they're going about winning games. Those zone runs, all you need to know. Running zone runs into flooded lanes with guys blitzing on first and second down and putting 9 guys in the box. The defensive coordinators are telling you, I dare you to beat me week to week with Hurts. He's not capable. It's now becoming a week to week proposition. Dude, I think Jalen Hurts can play in a game like the Steeler game. I think he can play in a game like the Super Bowl. I think when things go like I think situationally, Jalen Hurts can come up with a big passing game. Week to week, never happened. Nick Saban knew that.
Yeah, believe me, I was telling that story this morning. I was at the bar at the University of Alabama when that place erupted after halftime when Tua Tagovailoa walked out on the field. Look, it is what it is. I mean, I do believe that Jalen is capable of more than what he's showing, but if you are right, and right now, look,
why don't the coaches coach him that way?
It's a little bit of a tough hill to stand on for people, man. I mean, look, I get people love Jalen Hurts, but the tape is the tape, and the production is the production, and the offense, his number one wide receiver has complained almost every week for the last 2 years. This was a problem last year.
And now Devontae is.
Here's Money Mitch, and I agree with this comment. He says, Z, you can't forget AJ Devontae are superstar playmakers outside of being wide receivers. Okay, Money Mitch, do you see them being used like superstars? I mean, seriously, honest question. I agree with you, Money. I think they're more than just – I think they are dudes that you can build an offense around and an organization around as staples and as centerpieces.
Okay. Well, if all of what you're thinking and feeling about Jalen Hurts, that he's capable of more, why do you have more faith in him than the coaching staff does?
It's a good question. I mean, I have faith in him from a sense of I know he's capable of more. But, I mean, look, at the end of the day, he's struggling right now. He's struggling with what the defenses are showing him, which is why you can't just bring back 22. Like, I know people, like, dream of, at Jalen in the MVP conversation. 22, that offense, it's not going to work in today's NFL. They have already adjusted the way the officials are calling the illegal man downfield penalties. We had a couple of them last week. It's not you can't just resurrect that offense. That thing is done. So,
do you believe in your heart that Carson Wentz and the league, when he was here, do you think that they got and started catching up with the way that they were coaching him, his playing style, the injury, maybe the hit that he took in Seattle? Do you think there were a lot of components that teams started catching up to him and saw his style of play? Well, why wouldn't that same philosophy work for Jalen? He's not oblivious to that same thing. What did Tom Brady say every single year that he was playing in the NFL? He had to evolve every fucking year to stay in the league. Every year, I needed to have evolving. Hey, do you think
and the Eagles aren't putting Jalen in a position
do
to
you
evolve.
think there's any coincidence that Drake May's developing into a fucking superstar player, and the coordinator he has there is Josh McDaniels, and the same coordinator that Brady had in New England was Josh McDaniels? Do you think there's any coincidence to that? Drake May looks like an MVP candidate.
Drake May looks really good. I to be fair, I knew Drake May was going to be good out of college. He's a good
about
player.
the big Bills take? I got that going to the playoffs this year.
Yeah, you did. That's true. That's true. Somebody in here just said something that I wanted to pull up. So Montero says the players have more credibility in the coaching staff. All right, Montero, let's go another layer here. And I don't disagree with you. But Jalen Hurts sat at the podium and said this. The offense is going to look, and I quote, the offense is going to look how Jalen Hurts wants it to look. So are you holding Jalen accountable for any of that? Or are you just, if he's more credible, and that's what he said, why are you saying it's all the coach's problems the way the offense looks? Jalen literally told you it looks how I want it to look. It's going to look how I want it to look. He literally used his own name. This
is really tough for Eagle fans.
Well, because we're between a rock and a hard place. I mean, we have a player who brought us, unprecedented levels of success, or at least was a part of a massive, level of success that we've had in this city that we really haven't experienced. I mean, you won in 17, but it was a much different win. It was a much different win than what we got last year. It was a backup quarterback. Wentz played half the season. He was an MVP candidate. You had the agony of the heartbreak of watching him walk off the field in LA where he was done for the year. We all thought at some point, whether you can believe it or not, every Eagle fan at one point in time said, fuck, we're fucked.
I thought he was going to win it. Maybe we
were. That was a way different year. This year last year we had a team that was together from start to finish, domination, top to bottom, Super Bowl parade down Broad Street. It was a different feeling. So you're stuck with that, and then also watching an offense that, again, is the 30th offense in pro football. Last year was the 31st ranked passing offense. This year, right now, through 6 games, it is the 30th ranked offense in pro football. There's 2 teams behind us, the Bengals and the Titans.
Okay.
You're looking at the all 22s. You're looking at the tape. Players running open all over the field.
So,
Saquon can't run. Offensive line is struggling. What do you do when that happens, Sills? You got to pass the ball to your $55 million of receivers.
Okay, so after I heard this comment on a local radio station in Philadelphia this morning, I text Jeremy Fowler, and I wanted to get clarification on this. He just texted me back. You talk to coaches, executives, and scouts around the league, and they don't look at Hurts as a top-tier passer. They say they had to run the ball a gazillion times to sort of mask Jalen Hurts and his ability. That's not a knock on him. It's just the limitations that he has in the pocket. Everybody is now using my word and phrasing of limitations. He's limited, man. People don't want to face the fact he's a limited player. Dude, Purdy's limited. There's
quarterback is somewhat limited. I mean,
absolutely. Which you don't, but in today's NFL, it's more accentuated. Why? What you just said, the spending of the money at the premium positions. You're not getting your value for him.
Sure. All right, I'm going to play the clip real quick of Jalen Hurts saying that because somebody said, when did he say that? I will show everybody when Jalen Hurts said that because it's very important to look at things like this because everybody acts like this doesn't exist.
I know. They don't want to hear it.
Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Kind of my game, and I think that's something that people have to accept that, it's going to look how Jalen Hurts wants it to look, but he's going to win.
It's going to look how Jalen Hurts wants it to look. That's kind of my game. People have to accept that. That's Jalen Hurts saying that. It's not me. It's not Sileo. It's not Nick. It's not Patullo. It's not anybody in the chat. It's from the horse's mouth. It's from Jalen Hurts' mouth. So if he says that and the offense looks like shit, do we never get – I mean, look, I get it. I don't think he's the only problem. I really don't. I think the coaches aren't doing a good job.
Health.
I think there's a lot of different things at play here. But I do think Jalen Hurts has to take some more responsibility than people are giving him. I mean, come on. That is what he said. You guys just heard it.
Can I tell you the 3 problems you have on your team? Howie, Hurts, and Nick.
Yeah, Nick's over his head.
Here's why. Howie, telling people that, again, he mortgaged 25. He did not bring one guy in that's decent when it came outside the draft on retooling the defensive football team. Did you hear that thing today too? Vic's sitting in his meeting. He goes, Howie walks in and goes, hey, Zadarius Smith has retired. I thought that was Nick's job.
Well, I mean,
who does fucking Vic work for?
Well, I mean,
Howie or Nick? I've never seen the general manager in my entire life walk into a Jimmy Johnson's fucking meeting and go, hey, excuse me, coach, I want to talk to your coordinator. I've never fucking heard that.
Yeah, but dude, who did Zadarius Smith's agent call to let them know he was retiring? He called Howie.
Howie's job is to tell the head coach. The head coach works for the defensive coordinator works for the head coach, I thought.
It's a different setup in Philly.
Okay. There's your problem, too.
Well, that's always been a problem. But at the end of the day, they've had
the disconnect.
So.
Okay. So, Howie, I mean, how many times did I hear the word, oh, how about that one time when Vic goes like this? Yeah, Dory Jackson, I hadn't really watched a lot of tape on him. I didn't know. There he was. Okay. So you change pieces in and out of Vic's fucking defense without telling the head coach or the fucking coordinator? Vic's doing the best job he can possibly do in this system. I'm not saying I'm okay with these numbers, by the way, defensively. It's the offense that's dragging them down. They're bleeding your defense to death again like Chip is what's happening.
Well, they definitely are bleeding. We lead the league in 3 and outs. I mean, come on. We're bleeding. And
that's why you're 3 and outs. You're 26th and 3 and outs on defense. Yeah. Here's the thing with Hurts. Hurts' limitations are not being covered up this year. When you cover him back up, he'll be good again.
Well, I think in a way the defenses have figured out in a way how to play him this year.
They sure do. They put all them guys on the line of scrimmage.
Yep.
Struggles with that.
Sim pressure, and then they just drop back into zone coverages. And look, when you have zone coverages, Sills, you know
how basic that is?
Honestly, I don't. I mean, if you're telling me that that's as basic as it gets in the NFL level, I mean, I know it exists, obviously. I know the different things defenses do, but, I mean, does that not fool other quarterbacks? Are you telling me Jalen Hurts is the only guy that struggles with that?
So if you put 9 guys on the line of scrimmage and Brady's quarterbacking and he's got Gronk sitting at the line of scrimmage.
Oh, well, don't use Brady. Brady's the greatest quarterback to ever grace the planet. Let's use a different example.
Jackson Dart.
Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. Maybe I should have let him use Brady.
Okay. Jackson Dart. I mean, dude. And here's Nick. Nick's got all this shit going around him again. Boy, you know what? I don't believe 2023, but it sure has a temperature like 2023 around it. People bitching.
Yeah, did you hear they asked Nick that today on the WIP show? He said, how do you think it's why? How do you know it's not 23? They asked. And then he said, well, why do you think it's not? How do you know it's not 24?
Good answer.
Yeah.
I was good with it. I was.
Team's got a lot of shit to fix. They got way too much talent to be playing like this, specifically the offense. We can talk about defense all we want. We can talk about the blowtorch. We can talk about everything. The offense is the 30th ranked offense in pro football. The defense is not the 30th ranked defense in pro football. Okay? The offense is the 30th ranked offense. They lead the league in 3 and outs. They are struggling to move the ball consistently. They are struggling to do basic things on offense. They are struggling to get Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown involved. They can't run block. They're struggling in every area. Offense has to be better. Put it on Jalen. Put it on Patullo. Put it on Nick. I don't really give a shit. Put it on somebody. It's got to be better. or the team is not going anywhere this year.
Okay.
Bringing a shrink, that is unbelievable commentary right there.
Hey, okay. So here's CBS. And they have the top God. They have the top 10 teams in the NFL. And is this Pete Prisco, he is a MVP Hall of Fame voter too? Is this Pete? I got to get Pete on the show. It is. It's Pete Prisco. He's one of the top guys in the NFL. Here's who he has as the top teams in the NFL. You guys ready? The Bucks number 1, Packers number 2, Steelers number 3, Colts number 4, Lions number 5, Broncos number 6, Seahawks number 7, Rams number 8, Patriots number 9, Bills number 10, Chiefs number 11, Philadelphia Eagles number 12. Do you think the Eagles are a top 10 team still?
I think we're capable of being a lot higher on that list, but I don't think we're playing like we deserve to be higher on that list.
Good for you. Good for you, dude.
I mean, we do. We're the 30th ranked. We've looked like, let's be real. This team has not looked good through 6 weeks. They haven't. I don't care what anybody says. When we were 4-0, A.J. Brown was telling us, hey, this offense is struggle bus, folks. He literally said at 4-0, and since people hate when I say it, I'll use A.J. Brown's quote. We are winning because of the defense and the special teams. So they're not playing good. I don't think that rating is insane going off of just 2025. We're capable, though.
24 quarters now. No, he doesn't even have the Jags up there, and he's in Jacksonville. So, I mean, yeah, no, you're capable of being a top 5 football team for sure, top 4 football team, and let the chips fall where they may on who sees and who ends up being the final 4 teams in the AFC and NFC. Absolutely true. But you're playing like top 15 football right now. I mean, 24 quarters of football. Right now, to me, you're playing like the 13th best team in the league.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's correct. I don't think you're far off. I mean, we're 4-2. How many 4-2 teams are there right now? There's like 8 4-2 teams.
Oh, there's a ton of them.
Yeah.
How many 4-2 teams are ranked below the Eagles?
Well, let me just look at the 4-2 teams. Patriots are 4-2. Bills are 4-2.
49ers
are 4-1. Colts are 5-1. Jaguars are 4-2. Chargers 4-2. Broncos 4-2. Chiefs are 3-3. That's in the AFC. NFC, Eagles 4-2. Packers are 3-1-1. Lions are 4-2. Vikings are 3-2. Bears are 3-2. Bucks are 5-1. Falcons are 3-2. 49ers are 4-2. Seahawks are 4-2. Rams are 4-2. The whole freaking league is 4-2. There's like 12, 15 teams that are 4-2.
Half the league.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. 32 teams, 15 teams are good, 15 teams blow. Yeah, normal. Parity.
I mean, let me just ask Roll Philly. Roll Philly says, so we beat the number 1 team, the number 8 team, the number 11 team, but we're the 12th. Get fucking real here, guys. You guys are nuts. Roll Philly, do you honestly believe that we're playing right now like a top 10 foot? Forget 24. I'm not talking 25. If you spawned on the earth September 1st, do you honestly believe we're playing right now like a top 10 football team in pro football? Really?
Let me ask you this. Okay, Philly, you say you did this. So must mean that you believe that when you were 2-2 a year ago, that you thought that you were still going to win the Super Bowl when you were 2-2? I mean, just because you had a good start to the season doesn't mean that's who you are, because September's a liar's month. I mean, you're under the impression that you took everything in that September and you've applied it that, oh, it must be 24 all over again. And that's why you get people throwing that record out. And that's why I never throw records out. I throw quarters out. How are you playing, dude? How are you consistently playing on a week-to-week basis? Let's go to Kevin Patullo for a second.
He blows.
How much
He does.
How much latitude, how much leeway do you think he still has?
I don't think he should have much at all. I mean, the team went to a Super Bowl 8 months ago, right? The team
Well, the alternative is Nick.
the team's the highest paid offense in pro football, right? I mean, again, I'm not going to be afraid to call out Jalen when I think Jalen deserves some credit, especially we just brought up the press conference point. Kevin Patullo has done absolutely nothing for this football team. Nothing.
Yeah, what were your expectations of him? Mine, I had none.
It was the 30th offense, really. That was that.
No, yeah, because I knew that they had to run the ball. They were going to run the ball. I think I told you that if they were 15th in total offense and they were 5th in defense or 10th in defense, you're going to be in a conversation. I never at any time thought that this was going to be a top 10 offense.
Well, you're right. Look, I'm going to be eating crow this year, and so far through 6 games,
I hang in there before you start.
Right, I get that, but as of now, my crow is cooking, yours is not. It doesn't have to eat it yet.
How about this though? The most disappointing part of the team is not really the passing game. The most disappointing part of the team is the run game and the run defense. Because why?
I don't like that. I'm sorry.
Wait. Isn't that where you spend all your money? And isn't that where you spend all your draft equity? Your 2 defensive tackles?
Are you telling me then, so the only way that we succeed paying A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith is if we have a great run game?
Yeah.
Imagine if I told you that about Cincinnati. The only way your offense will succeed is if you have a great running back.
They have Joe Burrow, though.
I understand. I'm not asking to be Joe Burrow, but we can't be 30. We can't be Timu. We can't be.
Well, you can't be Jake Browning?
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Right. I mean, I don't think that's great.
Jake Browning is the backup quarterback.
If you're right, or if we just take what you said and apply it, I don't hate it. But why do we pay AJ and Devontae? Why? It doesn't even make sense. We let everybody walk on defense because we pay those guys.
Yes.
And now the only way to win is if we have everything next to those guys?
Oh, you're starting to broach on something now. When you do what you're saying now, you know what that is? That makes the A.J. Brown trade real. Because if you are follow me here. If you're starting to say this, why are we paying this? Why are we paying this? Why are we paying this? Hey, dude, you keep asking the question when no answer's coming back. The owner's going to start asking the fucking questions. If we can't get the goddamn ball to the guy and we can't fucking get the guys involved in the pass game, why are we paying them?
Makes no sense.
Yes, it does. The quarterback is limited. That's the hard convo. You know, Howard Eskin, I think, was kind of sarcastically throwing that Tanner thing out there. But in a way, I
don't know if he was sarcastic.
Hold on.
By the way, this is a layered conversation. Okay. What you're about to talk, I want to prepare people for this. Okay. We're not up here saying bench the Super Bowl MVP. There's a layered conversation when you look at skill sets and you say the offense is struggling right now. They're the 30th ranked offense, are struggling to move the ball. Jalen's skill set is this. Tanner's skill set is this. It's okay to say, I wonder what that skill set would look like or how it would mitigate the problems that we have right now offensively. That's not insane to say. It doesn't have to be you bring up Tanner McKee, you bring up a passer, and it's like bench Jalen Hurts. No, it's just looking at the offense the way it's built and figuring out how to make it better. It's not a crazy conversation. I think people go nuts on it always. Now, Howard pretty explicitly said Tanner should be playing, so that was a little different.
How about this? What's Nick's skill set as a coach?
Nick, see, he is losing that. Does he have a skill set?
I think he does.
What
I think he's a passing coach receivers. By the way, this guy's forte is being a wide receiver coach. How do you think those wide receivers are being coached right now?
No.
They're complaining every week. It's one thing if he was a guard coach, offensive guards, He coached receivers. You know, he coached Keenan Allen. He coached who else? He coached Antonio Gates when he was in San Diego / Los Angeles. He coached Phillip Rivers. This guy knows what the fuck he's doing in the passing game. I guarantee you deep down he doesn't like the skill set of the quarterback that he has in the building. He's going along with it because this is how, and this is who he has, and this is how he's going to get paid and all this. But look, bro. Kevin Petula was elevated because they were going to do the same thing as a year ago. They weren't going to improve Jalen Hurts. When they hired Kevin, do you remember me doing this? Hey, I asked you, I go, what do you make of the hiring of Kevin Petula? You go, well, if they're going to pretty much do the same shit as a year ago, status quo, he's a good hire. And I went back at you and said, well, if they're going to throw the ball, they got the wrong dude in the room.
Well, I pulled up one Jalen clip today, and I pulled up that one the other day. Jalen wasn't happy with the Petullo hire. He wasn't. He literally
he knew what they were going to do.
Yeah. Well,
this is a lot on Howie.
I'll tell you what, speaking of the owner, anybody seen what his facial expressions have been the last couple of weeks?
Ajita.
John dropped a little nugget today on the owner as well.
Oh, please. Indulge.
He was bought into this style of offense because it was working. But Jeffrey Lurie, anybody who's been a fan of this team for a long time knows Jeffrey Lurie has always drooled out the mouth at the thought of having a high-powered passing offense in Philadelphia.
So that's why they're paying the receivers?
John said he bought into it because it worked.
Wait, they're paying the receivers and they're not using them. Solid. I mean.
Well, that's why I said, if they don't want to play this way, I don't see the point in paying the receivers. It doesn't make sense. They're not getting – it's awful ROI. Simply, let's just talk business. It's not good ROI. Nobody pay – you don't want to pay a $200 million offense to be worse than the league. If you win football games in the run game and with your defense, okay, so pay the run game and pay the defense.
So this weekend you have the Minnesota Vikings. And it's debatable on who's going to be the starter. It looks like it's going to be Wentz.
Yeah, it's going to be, I think.
Okay, it's going to be Wentz. So Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, TJ Hawkinson, and Aaron Jones is on IR, so they got Jordan Mason, who's not bad. And they've got if I'm not mistaken, I think according to PFF, I think they have the 5th best O-line. How do you think that plays out this week?
Versus Minnesota?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's, it has the potential to not be good, but at the end of the day,
they've got a better roster than the New York Giants,
I'm well aware of that, but it's in any given Sunday league. It's a week-to-week league. People look different every single week. The
Correct.
Eagles are still equipped. The Eagles still have what you need to win football games. I'm not going to come up here and say, "Oh, we're going to get beat by the Minnesota Vikings." I'm not. I believe the Eagles should win the game. I believe the Eagles are capable of winning the game. I believe the Eagles are the better football team. Now, is it going to be a challenge with the 2 corners out? Absolutely, it is.
Any edge.
I'll tell you what. This is a Vic Fangio day from a sense of between the 20s, you're going to get cooked. All right. You're not guarding Justin Jefferson over the middle of the field with Keely Ringo. You're not. Everybody should get that through their head right now.
Okay.
You got to be great in red zone on defense, and you got to control the clock and get first downs on offense. Play Eagle football, and you can win the game. Think about this, sir. So this is what the sad part about this offense is. You're not wrong to talk about this game like you just did when you're missing Quignon and you're missing whatever, and you have these corners. But we don't have any confidence in this offense, who's damn near fully healthy with the exception of Landon Dickerson, to come in here and win the game? None? We think just because we lost a corner, we're fucked to the Carson Wentz-led Vikings? Doesn't that tell us all we need to know about the confidence level of the offense?
The quarterback's regressing. So if you start blitzing Carson Wentz and you don't get pressure on him, you're telling me you're leaving one-on-ones with Jefferson and with Addison
They can't blitz him
versus
this week, dude.
Jackson and Ringo?
Are they going to blitz them because they have shoddy edge rushers, or are they not going to blitz because they have shoddy corners? Pick your poison.
That's right.
I don't want to blitz because if I do, the corners are going to be cooked. I want to blitz because our edge rushers can't get pressure on a traffic cone. Oh, my gosh. This is bad. This defense is no good, man.
No, your offense is killing it.
Is no good. I'm getting stressed. I'm getting stressed out.
Your offense is stressing it really big time here, man. It really is.
So Yale says this. Yale says Vic will blitz if 4 can't get pressure. So, Yale, you think Vic believes that those corners will hold up for the 2.5 seconds that Wentz has?
Against
Still,
Jefferson.
you were 1 year late. Lindbergh cheese.
So let's see what Jefferson's doing with these makeshift quarterbacks. Surely he's not going to have. Oh, he's on pace for 1,700 yards.
Another one of those bad Howie moves. Let Isaiah and Slay I can live with. All right. I let Isaiah walk for $7 million a year for 2 years. All right. And put Keely Ringo and Adoree Jackson in. Well, Howie, you made our bed. Now we will lay in it this week. And we will see what this team is made of while Isaiah Rodgers is on the other side.
Dude. Do you think Jalen Hurts will be benched this year?
No, I don't. I truly don't. No. Now, if they win, if they're 4-2 right now? If they go
to 4-4,
if they drop to 4-4, and then they come out of the bye and they lose to Lions, Packers, who else do they play? The Bears and the Cowboys. You're probably going to be in the area of those kind of. Howard's not going to sound so crazy anymore. But I don't think we're going to get to that point. I really don't. I think we're going to get to.
I think you're going to win these next 2.
I do too. I'm holding out. I'm not selling yet, man. I can't.
No, the litmus test is going to be Green Bay and Detroit. That's when you're going to know.
Oh, if we don't clean up some things, those teams are going to clean our clock. Although those teams are susceptible too. I mean, did anybody see the
thing's wide open?
Who was the team that Green Bay put up a 10-burger on and lost? They put up 10 points. It was a shitty team.
Was it Browns?
I forget. I think it was.
It was the Browns. The Browns beat the Packers. The Browns beat the Packers.
Yeah, 13-10 they won.
Yeah.
18-25.
Here's the one thing you have that you can always put your hat on right now. Put the JAKIB hat on right now. You know what you could do with it? Let me show you right here. Is there a dominant team in the NFL right now?
No. Bills looked like shit last night.
Dude, the Bucs are teetering on disaster right now with all them injuries.
How about them commies?
Same with them. But by the way, here's what I'll say about that. The Bears didn't beat them. They shot themselves in the foot with a stupid fucking play by Jaden Daniels with 3 minutes left in the game. You put the ball on the ground in field position? Kid, you can't make that catastrophic play like that. You had that ball game won. That's early versions of Josh Allen. By the way, I'm not buying that 5-1. I said this to the Buck fans this morning on the air on the radio. You're not a Super Bowl team on October 14th. You may be a Super Bowl team later when you get Mike Evans back, you get Mbuka back, you get Bucky Irvin back, you get Luke Gedeke back. You're building equity up right now. So the wins you're doing now, I'm not buying them. They beat a 49er team that was hurt more than them. I think going into this week, Monday night game against Detroit, I think Detroit's going to wax them. Let me tell you something. If the Bucs beat the Lions on Monday night, I'm going to go right now. Baker Mayfield is the MVP, and I don't know
Still too early to say that.
The Bucks have nothing. They're going to go up there with 4, 5, and 6 again. Evans ain't playing, so I'm not buying that 5-1 record. The team. If I had to pick a team right now, that was probably the best. Here, I wrote down mine. Here they are. That was CBS's. Here were my teams. I got the Bucks 1. I got Detroit 2. I got the Eagles 3. You know why? You mean to tell me that Jalen Carter, Quinyon Mitchell, Landon Dickerson don't make a difference on a fucking football team? Bro, those guys are first-team all-pro guys, aren't they?
Yeah.
We're not just talking about dudes.
Yeah.
I got the Colts 4. I got the Packers 5. I got the Chiefs 6. I've got the Steelers 7. I've got the Chargers 8, Jacksonville 9, and Buffalo 10th.
Where'd you have the Eagles?
3rd. I'm going by rosters. Okay, I'm going by roster. And by the way, you do get equity on this one, Zander. Dude, you're hurt. And I'm not making it. Wait. I'm not making an excuse, but you're hurting 4-2. Okay? That kind of matters.
I'll probably put, I don't know, some combination of Chiefs would be in there, Rams would be in there for me, Packers would be in there for me, Seahawks would be in there for me, Niners would be in there for me. Niners probably toward the bottom, probably not in there yet. Colts, Bucks, Eagles, Bills, Lions. Who am I leaving out?
Jags.
Not in my top 10 yet. We're going to have to do a little more than that.
Got the Bills in there?
I had the Bills in there.
Okay. Packers?
Yeah, no Freddie Warner for the rest of the year.
Probably the Steelers? Got the Steelers?
I don't, but I probably could.
4-1.
Colts are in there for sure, Devin. Steelers could probably be in there. Chiefs, I think, are better than than their record shows right now.
3-3, but they're back.
Patrick Mahomes is just he's so good, dude.
Oh my God. He
is so good. He is so good.
You want to hear my top 5 quarterbacks?
Yeah.
I got Baker Mayfield 1.
Just this year you're talking, right?
So far, yeah. Oh, yeah. This list is so wild. I can't even believe it's going to come out of my mouth like this. I got Baker Mayfield 1. I got Dak 2. I got Mahomes 3. I got Daniel Jones 4. And I got Drake May 5.
If you told me that would be your list at the beginning of the year, I would have said
I would have ate this piece of paper.
Yeah. I would have been like, you are nuts. But I don't hate it. I mean, I know incoming combustion from Eagles fans. Dak Prescott's playing good football.
He's playing exceptional football.
Now, look, I know, it's October. He loves to play great in September and October. It's the Dak special. But we're in October. Right now, he looks good. And here's that defense is awful.
Awful. It's the 32nd worst defense and the number 1 ranked offense. Dude, he can't play corner.
Yeah, let's do these supers. We got Farsi coming up.
All right. Got you, man.
All right, let's do it. Herman says, in order to be a top 10 team, you have to feel that you can play anyone and beat them. This team does not feel like that right now. I do agree with the feeling right now, but the roster would indicate otherwise. What's more important? Josh, what's more important? Feeling, which is an emotion, or what the truth is? I mean, the roster is still better than they played.
Do you believe in momentum? I believe in momentum.
I believe in momentum. I do.
And I think mentality.
Well, momentum can also be stopped at any time.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. But I believe in momentum. I believe if you get a good thing going, momentum, that changes your mentality about how you approach things.
Yeah. Josh, I mean, I don't disagree with the feeling part of it, but I'm not going to let my feelings be the number one thing. Big Marsh says, what's up, Marsh? Thanks for all the support today, dude.
Oh, my God.
My only issue is why are the teams we beat ranked higher? I will never understand that. I understand that perspective, but you know, things change week to week. When we were 4-0, we were above all those teams. You lose to the Giants. Wait, Big Marsh, real quick. You lose to the Giants on Thursday Night Football on primetime to Jackson Dart and Cameron Skataboo without Malik Neighbors, and they double up your score 34-17. They beat you to a pulp at your own football game. Jackson Dart looks like he's the veteran quarterback. Skataboo's running over all of our defenders, and he's throwing the little Jordan Humphrey downfield over Keely Ringo. That's enough to drop you in some power rankings from national people. It just is. They don't watch every Eagles game.
It's totally right. Hey, you want to hear something else too? You want to maybe even throw Sam Darnold in that conversation too about how he's playing. Hey, you know who's also playing better than Jalen Hurts? Mac Jones.
Yeah, I'm not going there. He lost a game the other day from 2 turnovers.
He lost to the Bucs, I know.
Yeah. So he had 2 big turnovers in that game, didn't he?
Okay, yep.
I know he threw for 300. I mean, look, Mac Jones is a good quarterback. All right, ask Devontae Smith.
I think he's a better passer in the pocket than Jalen.
Well, that's what his game is. You know, he's a passer. That's what he is.
Well, that's what his skill set is, yes.
B. Pumper says, fellas, this offense is utterly dreadful under Hurts. What's wrong with seeing what Tanner has? We're the 30th in every offensive stat. Come on, man. No, but he's not wrong about this is where I think people get crazy where they're like you can analyze the team and say, would this skill set work better for what our problems are right now? It doesn't mean you want to make the change or they're going to make a change. It's just sports talk. It's speculation. It's thought process, you know?
But if the running game's not going and you're talking about the wide receivers and the offensive line being what it is and you need a passing quarterback, the guy in there playing right now is not the right guy. Is that fair to say?
Based on the way you laid it out earlier, yeah, it's fair to say. Just Incredible says the house is burning down over 2 games. Calm down. I don't think anybody said that. But
I'm talking about 24 quarters of football.
We were supposed to be in the golden age. Does this look like the golden age or the 30th offense in pro football?
Yeah, it is the golden age because you're 4-2 right now, and you're winning and still struggling.
Here's the issue, fellas. This generation of Eagles fans are full of fanboys. Probably the same WIP Cuckleberries who held the standing ovation for Pump, we do. The sports fandom is different in this city now than it once was. There's no doubt about that.
Absolutely.
Let's go to another one here. Abe says, Kellen managed 10-plus minutes of possession versus Steelers to win. Well, are you talking about that game last year?
Yeah.
Oh, no, you're talking about he's not talking about this year, is he?
He's talking about
no,
10 minutes
Giants
possession versus the Steelers to win.
No, he's talking about the Giants. He's talking about last year.
Last year.
I don't know how that applies. JD3 said, do y'all feel like Nick has got a fair chance to show his strengths as a head coach? On one hand, I say yes because $250 million offense. On the other hand, he's had to build an offense for a limited quarterback every season. Does Jalen hold Nick back?
Well, Nick is a passing coordinator.
83 just hit us with an hour say. That's an hour conversation right there.
Nick is a passing coordinator. By the way, how do you think Farzi's going to respond that Howard Eskin yesterday said that Tanner McKee should be starting?
I don't think Farzi's taking that bait. I've known Farzi. I've seen Farzi do a lot of content. I don't think he's taking that bait. Steve says, are you guys blind? Even I can see McKee is better. Holy moly.
Holy moly.
Sweet says the O-line has to pass protect 15 minutes before Hurts throws. Is that part of the reason the O-line is injured from holding up them blocks? Well, we talked about this morning.
Yeah, but I think that's got a lot to do with 2024, the run game.
Jalen is 5th slowest in the league right now. Time to throw, though.
Who said he was good in the pocket? Making the guy sound like he's Joe Burrow back there. He's not.
Yeah, that's all of them. All right, Sills, good stuff, man.
Hey, so you think so that thing's done like over 300,000 views on all the platforms.
On every platform it blew up. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, everywhere.
Howard said that Tanner McKee should be playing. I wonder
there was one other thing, Sills, real quick. There was one other thing that Howard said in that clip. I'm surprised you didn't pick up on it.
Tell me.
When you're off the show today, go back and listen. I think you'll pick up on it.
All right. Big Z, we'll catch you in the morning, my friend.
Later, Big Sills. Appreciate it, brother.